I was wrong. They released the multiplayer, but maybe they shouldn't have. Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we'll be discussing the recent released Halo Infinite multiplayer, or what there is of the Halo Infinite multiplayer. Now, full disclaimer, they do say it's a open beta, but they also have microtransactions in it. So, you know, I'm going to treat it as a fully released free-to-play multiplayer. So, you know, if you're not happy with that, go right on ahead. Now, I'm going to start off with the positives before we get into the negatives. And I want to say that gameplay-wise, this is probably one of the best feeling Halos in a while. It definitely feels like an evolution of the series rather than some sidestepping or going backwards. So, well done 343 on that front. Even though when I reviewed the firefight, whatever it was called, back in a few months ago, you know, yeah, it felt great then. Going back to some of the issues I had with that, which was the weapon swapping, it seems to have been fixed using the mouse scroll wheel, but it definitely feels like when the gun is in a reloading animation, it prioritizes the reloading animation over the switching of weapon. I'm not sure if it's just the mouse wheel they're having trouble with, or if it was the key bindings as well. But, you know, once I've started playing ranks, you don't really start off with two guns, so switching weapons isn't really something you do commonly, especially in the middle of a firefight. So, you know, it's still an issue, but I don't think it's a major one. Alright, now let's get on to everything else. So, they announced it, and when you guys can now play it on PC and Xbox, which was a lie because you could only play it on PC, and you could only play it through Steam. Yes, it didn't seem to work on the Xbox Series X, whatever version of Xbox you had. Or if you had pre-installed the game on the Xbox launcher, it didn't work there, you would have to download it on Steam. I think this issue was fixed a few hours into it, but I started downloading it on Steam as well, even though I pre-installed it already, and by the time it was done downloading on Steam, I think the issue had resolved itself. So yeah, I pretty much wasted 2 hours downloading all that space for no apparent reason. But hey, at least I got Steam achievements as well, I think. I was mainly getting Xbox achievements, so, you know, not the smoothest of launch unless you're on Steam, which I don't know, it says kind of bad things about their own launcher and their own series consoles. That a third-party launcher could get the game running smoothly than anything else. All that would happen is you'd click the game and it would just show this blue screen. It's good stuff. Apart from that, Jesus, is it a grind? Like, ridiculous amount of grind. I think, although I wasn't playing consistently, it took me 2.5 hours to get to the first level on the Battle Pass. 2.5 hours to get to the first level of Battle Pass. I would say roughly about an hour and a half actual game time to get to the first level of Battle Pass. An hour and a half. Almost 2 hours. This was ridiculous. The first level, and all you got was an emblem, and in the second level, you get nothing. So yeah, they really encourage you to either buy the levels or get the double EXP, because otherwise it is a grind. And then there's not really much else to do in the game. All the modes seem to be locked off. It just randomly gives you one. You have ranked and unranked, and you got big team battles. But there's just not a lot to it. The multiplayer really feels lacking. And again, most people are saying, well, it's a beta. But considering you want me to pay for stuff, and I can pay for stuff, I'm going to treat you like a fully released multiplayer or free-to-play game. And compare it to something like Splitgate, which has so many different modes and stuff to do, it really makes the multiplayer feel lacking. It's almost like, this may be shocking to some, that the multiplayer isn't technically finished yet, and may have been finished December 8th, but considering that's, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away, I don't know if the multiplayer we're going to get on December 8th would have been anything more. It definitely feels like the game still needs work, and we're going to get drop-free content instead, but the experiences were smooth on my end. I did experience some frame rate issues here and there, some lag spikes, but nothing major. Unfortunately, the person I was playing with, Yamal Star, got disconnected twice and then got banned, which was an issue on their part that was apparently happening throughout the firefight, so they haven't fixed that issue yet. So be warned, if you get disconnected twice from a game, you might get banned, and it's a perma ban, but hopefully the situation can seem to resolve itself within a match. So, you know, there is that. It's not the smoothest launch. There isn't much really to do. It's a massive grind. So, while the gameplay, the gameplay is solid, I can't really recommend it. It definitely feels like it needs more content. And jeez, I just really want to iterate. The grind was ridiculous. Like, my god. Maybe they need to rebalance that leveling up system and change the rewards. You know, I think the first time you get a cosmetic reward in the battle pass, the free version, is level 6, and considering it's taken me probably 2.5 hours of stream time to get to level 1, I can only imagine how long it's taken me to get to level 6 to finally unlock a cosmetic, and it's a Pfizer. So yeah, the game is definitely pushing you towards that premium or that battle pass. Honestly, I'm probably going to play something else while I wait for the content to come out. It's going to be fine in a year. It's probably going to be a great game in a year. But in a year's time, we might be playing something else. Maybe the new Warzone map is just going to blow everybody away, and we're all going to just head back to that. Honestly, if you're a Halo fan, you're probably pretty excited, but you're going to have to admit that it's lacking a lot. And maybe they should have just waited a little bit longer so we actually get more. Because now we've got 3 weeks of this, essentially. It's just going to be 3 weeks of, hey, you can't really select the game mode, but you can either play ranked or unranked and big team battle. But you can't select the modes you want, so you're going to be struck with playing with modes that you don't even care about. Like, I don't want to play Stronghold anymore, please. I just want to play Slayer. Yeah. If you're a Halo fan, you're probably loving it. If you're indifferent, then you're indifferent towards it. Probably the best Halo feeling games in a while, but just not much there, really. Not much meat on the bones. Can't wait to play co-op campaign in 3 months, or however long it is after launch, and then Forge after that as well. Yeah, we're getting drip-free content. This is the future of gaming right here. We've just released parts of the game in stages. Anyway, if you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. And comment below your experience with the Halo multiplayer. Again, good solid gameplay. Good solid gameplay. It's lacking a lot. It's just lacking content, really. And the grind is ridiculous. Until then, see you guys on the next salty Jarvis reviews. Goodbye. Morse. Marvelous. Together on the track. Let's go. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus.